In the over 70 years that we've been making cheese at Watonga Cheese, we've learned a few things. We've learned that there is no substitute for our time-tested recipe for delicious cheese, and we've learned that the most essential ingredient to delicious cheese is high-quality milk. As we like to say it, milk matters. We take pride in producing all-natural, pure milk from our herd of brown Swiss cows. They are raised right here on our family farm, where they are fed all natural grass and grain.
This is where I was raised, on this place here. My folks moved here in 1951. I bought my first 2 brown Swiss heifers in 1962 in June, and I've not been out of a milk cow since. I think it's a good place to raise a family. Cold used to bring his little 4-wheeler down and help get the cows off of the wheat whenever he is probably 4 years old. And then Kane, he goes with me quite a little bit.
The cattle are milked at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. 365 days a year.
I usually get up, try to get down here by 6:30, and then you go get the cows in the whole pen and sanitize everything, get ready to milk, and then start milking. And then of a night, we start about 5:30, get the cows in, and then have to grind hay and feed. I do all the feeding, haul all the grain, and we raise and put up all the hay. We got brown Swiss cows, and they have more protein in their milk and make more cheese. We're all natural. We don't use any hormones, and we don't shoot the cows with anything.
Once the milk is collected at the dairy, over 2,000 gallons is taken by truck twice a week directly to the cheese factory. Nothing added and nothing taken away. The process of turning that nutritious milk into 3,000 pounds of delicious Watonga cheese starts before sunrise every Monday morning. At 1 a.m., the process begins by firing up the boiler used to pasteurize the milk. It takes about 2 hours for the boiler to reach the correct temperature. While waiting for the boiler to heat up, all the equipment, including vats, holding tanks, and hoses, must be sterilized. Then about 2 a.m., we begin to unload the milk. As the milk is unloaded, samples are checked for bacteria, temperature, acid level, and many other factors for safety and quality. At roughly 3 a.m., the almost 2-hour process of pasteurizing the milk to remove harmful bacteria begins. The milk is held in the pasteurizer at 165 degrees for 20 seconds. As the milk is heated during pasteurization, temperatures must be monitored and recorded for safety. At 4:30, the first vat is filled with pasteurized milk. Depending on the flavor of cheddar being produced, it is at this point where yellow food coloring may be added. Approximately 30 minutes later, cultures are added to the vats of milk. This step adds the necessary good bacteria back into the milk. At 6 a.m., an enzyme called rennet is added. Rennet reacts with the bacteria, causing the milk to coagulate. After the rennet and bacteria react for about 30 minutes, it's time to use stainless steel piano wire cutters to cut the milk both vertically and horizontally. This cuts the milk into a chunky cottage cheese-like substance. The milk is then stirred for half an hour. It's during this time where the cheese separates from the whey. Next, each vat is heated to a precise 98 degrees and cooked for 10 minutes. At 7:30, stainless steel rakes and shovels are used to separate the early stages of the cheese from the liquid whey by a process known as ditching. The whey is then pumped into a truck and hauled to a local feedlot where it is mixed with hay and grain to feed cattle. The cheddaring process now begins. The large blocks of cheese are cut into smaller, more manageable sizes and heated to 100 degrees. They are cooked and then flipped by hand. This ensures even cooking on both sides. This process takes about 90 minutes. By 9 a.m., the blocks of cheddar are cut into curds during a process called milling. Once the curds are milled, salt is added for flavor and curing. At this point, we pull enough curds from the vat to fill our weekly orders and retail sale needs. This is also when flavors such as bacon, onion, jalapeno, or habanero can be added, depending on the final variety. The remaining curds are packed into either 13-pound Longhorn containers or 40-pound block containers and put on the press. The press is used to press the remaining whey from the curds. This forms the commonly recognized blocks and horns. Horns are pressed for approximately 20 hours, while the larger blocks are pressed for approximately 72 hours. After starting the entire cheese making process around 1 a.m., the first vat of delicious cheese is finally finished some 10 hours later around 11 a.m. The second vat is completed around 2 p.m. Monday afternoon. Once the cheese has been aged to perfection, it is cut, sealed, and labeled. From there, it is either sold at our factory, shipped to you, or sent to one of our many distributors. As you can see, making delicious Watonga cheese the right way, the way we have since 1940, takes knowledge, dedication, attention to details, and hard work. We wouldn't have it any other way. That's the way we've always made it, and that's the way it will be made for generations to come.